Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Welcome back to the Lovin Daily. How are you doing? Are you on your way to work? Did you have a fabulous weekend? Ali Baba, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Casey. How are you? And good morning to everyone who's watching.
Yeah, good morning. I'm very good. I'm slowly waking up. I don't know.
Ah,
Some mornings it just takes me a little bit longer, and today's one of those mornings. But yeah, guys, did you have a great weekend? I have to say, watching our Instagram and watching everyone's Instagrams and seeing the lights across the city. Happy Diwali for yesterday to everyone who was celebrating. It's been weird. There's been different celebrations. There was Halloween and whatever over the last couple of months, and I feel like it didn't really feel like it was Halloween. But then the city was lit for Diwali, right? Did you find that? Just there was fireworks at the point. We had videos all across JLT at night. It's like it looks like there's twinkly lights everywhere. It was just beautiful. Did you
I've,
notice?
I don't think I noticed, but I've seen on social media,
Yeah.
because I cooped up during the weekend.
Okay. It was coming up. It was even before the weekend. I just noticed like there was more than usual, maybe whatever it was. Anyway, guys, today we're going to be talking about Dubai Fitness Challenge. Of course, someone very cool was at Kite Beach this weekend. So if you were there and you missed him, you'll probably be kicking yourself. Ali. We'll also be talking about a very cool Pioneers Award, but our first story I want to take you through is the latest COVID-19 updates in the UAE. The UAE has actually been taken off the UK quarantine list. This is big news for UK expats who are possibly thinking about travelling for the holidays. Thanks to the safety measures taken in the UAE, the country is considered safe enough for passengers travelling from Dubai and Abu Dhabi. You no longer need to quarantine for 2 weeks when you get to the UK, starting from 4 a.m. on Saturday, November 14th. So, like I said, this is big news for people thinking about traveling for the holidays. We've talked a lot about it's a difficult decision that people might have, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. It's usually a period of the year that people take holidays. So, let's say, for example, Ali, all through uni over the last couple of years, you would have
Hmm.
always gone home because you had a break. So, it's kind of like sometimes how we break up the year. This is the time we go home. Are we going home? So, now that the UK, following a petition, by the way, so this is really interesting that I think an English woman set up a petition to get the UAE onto the UAE corridor list. I think when we first covered the story, there was 20,000 signatures, then they had to up it. And the fact that they've actually put the UAE on this list, it's basically a testament to safety precautions in the UAE. And what's really cool is His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Zayed Al Maktoum, President of the Dubai Civil Aviation Authority, Chairman of Dubai Airports, and Chief Executive of Emirates Airline. He said that it's a recognition of the UAE's effective response in containing the pandemic. We believe this move will benefit business and tourism, and Emirates is ready to reinstate more flight services to basically deal with demand. So there will be more demand, and they're going to put more flights on, which is really cool. But we still have the question: are we going to travel for the holidays, Ali? Yes or no?
I don't think so. I think in January, hopefully, I'll travel back home. But
Interesting.
I think my parents are coming
Nice.
in December, so it's been a year since I've seen them, so I'm excited.
Good.
Yeah.
Everyone I speak to, and it's just like it makes you a little bit emotional. Everyone I speak to is like, it's been a year, it's been, 19 months or whatever it is, and it's just like it's very hard for so many people because we obviously don't have our family here. My sister's in the UK, and as soon as she heard the news, she's actually commenting on all the Love and Dubai posts, being like, "Best news ever." But in other COVID-19 news, Mo Salah tested positive for COVID-19 over the weekend. King of football in Egypt, of course, and love him. His face is plastered on Sheikh Zayed Road at the moment. He is not experiencing any symptoms, but he's in quarantine at the moment in Egypt. And finally, our COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, we had 1,174 new cases. New recoveries stand at 678. Total deaths in the UAE stand at 528. We have a very low mortality rate in comparison to the rest of the world, which is quite good. Total recoveries in the UAE are now above 142,000, and now the total confirmed cases in the UAE stand at 149,135. And we'll move on to our next story. This was announced yesterday. You can nominate exceptional role models for UAE Pioneers Award. So His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum announced this yesterday on Twitter, and now he's calling on you to nominate exceptional individuals, institutions, or initiatives across the UAE who basically contributed in making the UAE a role model in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. And it's actually very, very cool because if you know someone you think is deserving of a reward and honor, you can just go onto Twitter and say why using the UAE hashtag UAE Pioneers. So if you just say, I think Ali Baba is deserving of the UAE Pioneers Award because he came to work every day, he made sure we got the COVID news out safe and sound in a timely manner. Hashtag UAE Pioneers. I'm effectively nominating him. And then you could win an award from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, ruler of Dubai, which is cool. But I actually think the cool thing about this is regardless of whether you actually get the reward in the end, it's basically publicly saying this person is deserving. So let's say, for example, if we nominated a person or an institution or an initiative, I think people would just, regardless if you get the reward, the fact that you go out of your way to do it for someone is really nice. And the cool thing as well is that you can go onto Twitter and see other nominations. So I just went on this morning and I saw Hassan Sajwani is someone I follow on Twitter, and he has already nominated a doctor who he thinks is deserving. He said, I strongly recommend this doctor. He hasn't given the reason why, so I think if you need to give, I think you should give a reason why as well.
Like what he does, his daily routine, his weekly routine since lockdown, you know.
Or maybe like a specific circumstance that he's helped to. Like the purpose is people who helped contribute to dealing with COVID-19 in the UAE. So that's really cool. That's the UAE Pioneers Award. But we'll move on. Former Barcelona player Carlos Puyol was spotted at the Kite Beach Fitness Village at the weekend. And this is why Alibaba is kicking himself, because we were down there on Thursday. And I'm not actually sure what day he was there.
I'm crying now. I'm crying inside myself. I'm crying.
That's such a millennial. I have a sad face right now. The former Spanish player was down at Kite Beach this weekend. He actually met His Excellency Syed Harib, who's the Secretary General of Dubai Sports Council, and he was also spotted playing beach football, which is really cool. Are you a fan?
Of Carlos Puyol? Of course. Like he's one of the historically he's one of the best center backs of all time. You know, so, and he's an icon in in Barcelona and in Spanish football and European football, or the world basically.
My non-football brain didn't quite catch that.
He's one of those top tier players.
Okay, so the fact that he was at Kite Beach for Dubai Fitness Challenge playing beach football is pretty epic. It's like legendary. And you were there on Thursday.
Yeah.
And he was there
on Friday.
He could have been there on Thursday. We actually don't know. He could have been there on the very same day, Ali.
Oh no.
And you actually had a media pass, so you probably would have been able to be like, "Oh, I'm part of the crew."
But you're just putting salt on the wood.
More of that later. No, really cool. Like I said, we were down there on Thursday. We just went for a bit of a team outing. We did because it's really cool. It's like going out. We were able to choose. There was obviously heaps of stuff going on, and then a lot of us just chose volleyball. But there was all sorts. There was like fitness classes, like trampolining classes, boxing, water sports, football, obviously, basketball, cycling, and it's all free. And I'll say it once, I'll say it again, how incredible all of the free stuff happening across the city for Dubai Fitness Challenge is. And we were there on Thursday, and you can still register for any of those classes. Those are top stories, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're back with you every single weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. and we'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe, wash your hands, and have a brilliant Sunday. Bye.